Back in 2013, in Utah State's last trip to a Mountain West Championship game, Jake Dowdy returned a fumble 86 yards for a touchdown to give the Aggies a much-needed lift at halftime against Fresno State. Some 8 years later, this year's Utah State defense has demonstrated a knack for making the same type of big, game-changing plays.
They get after you with relentless pressure.
Drop down in the end zone, and that is a safety.
Chaos defense is what we try to thrive on.
It's electric. I mean, it hypes everyone up. They're going backwards. It's always a good thing. So that just gives you confidence.
This fall, Utah State has averaged 7.8 tackles for loss per game, a mark that ranks third best in college football.
It's about creating the lost yardage play, the sack, the tackle for a loss, trying to get people off schedule. And at that point, maybe let our speed and quickness take over.
Sacked, back to the 6-yard line.
It's just complementary defense, right? When we're able to get in the backfield, it's usually because if it's like a pass option, then that means the back end's doing their job and gets them off their first look, and it helps us get home, whether that's through sacks or TFLs. An aggressive style defense that we play, the way we hustle and run to the ball.
At Joyner, welcome to Logan. He comes up with a big sack.
They're momentum-building moments that don't happen by accident.
We practice it at practice every day is getting hype when we make a TFL on the scout team or we get an interception on the scout team. We practice getting excited, so we bring that same enthusiasm to the game. You see us celebrating with each other and just being positive. Positive bring positive results.
It's always fun, right? I always love seeing my teammates' celebrations when they get back there. You never know what they're going to do. I mean, Marcus has been doing this. I don't know what this is. It does the double chest pump, but it's just fun getting back there and celebrating with the guys.
The Aggies defense has also thrived on turnovers this season, forcing 19 on the year.
We always preach 2+ turnovers a week. At the end of the day, try to do as much as possible. We always preach field goals, not touchdowns at the end of the day, so it's a very big key to our game.
Some of the biggest turnovers have been in the red zone or towards the end of the game in the fourth quarter, and I feel like as a defense, we just really get real prideful when it's time to put our back against the walls. We lean on each other and just know that one of the guys out there is going to make that big play.
Intercepted!
It's a unit that's peaking at the right time, too. The Aggies have given up 17 or fewer points in 3 of the last 4 games. The best stretch of the season.
Defense is a trust thing, and the longer you play with a group of guys, the more trust you have, the more that you know that your teammate's going to be there, the faster people can run, the faster people can move. So knowing that you're going to have an edge set or this guy's going to be here or there makes people play faster, and when you're playing really fast as a defense, a lot of good things happen.
Intercepted by Justin Rice.
We've just bought into getting 1 degree better each week, each day, and throughout the course of the season, we've been able to truly improve in certain areas. And like I was talking with some of our guys this week, I'm saying, this is a championship game, but we don't need to do anything special or anything different than what we've already been doing. Our recipe for success is here, and it's just getting 1 degree better this week, right? And if we do that and take that mindset into this game, I think we'll be successful.
It's been real special. I feel like, throughout the season, we've been becoming brothers more and more, just buying in more and more. So we still haven't even played our best games yet, so I'm excited to see how it goes.
Utah State defense is feasting in San Jose.
A key defensive trend to keep an eye on as it relates to Saturday's championship game against San Diego State and the Aztecs' power run game. Utah State has held 3 of its last 5 opponents to under 50 yards rushing. In Logan, Utah, with the Aggies, I'm Jesse Kurtz for the Mountain West Network. Now for a report on the Aztecs, here's Bridget Howard.
Thanks, Jesse. San Diego State is no stranger to adversity, and this season was no different. Between battling injuries and switching quarterbacks throughout the year, this San Diego State offense rallied together in all aspects of their game to fight for the chance to win 22 on Saturday.
They've been able to come back from a lot of deficits. They've been able to play together. They've counted on each other. It's been really neat to see the interactions on the sideline and then also at practice how they care about each other. They're very resilient, obviously, and I think a lot of that is the leadership from our seniors.
I think we really turned it up a notch this year and emphasized a lot of the things that we wanted to get done. We went back to the fundamentals, and that was just the biggest payout in terms of where we are now.
With 8 starters returning on offense this season, the Aztecs brought back an experienced group that knew how to get the job done in the biggest of moments, which played a major role in helping the team to an 11-1 start, tied for their best 12-game record ever.
Having a veteran group helped us a lot. We had a lot of close games this year, so I feel like the experience helped us pull out the victories.
It really helps us when we get in times of adversity. You know, when we have tough games or tough moments in the third or fourth quarter, or when we have a rough first half, you know, the leadership in the locker room before we go out to the second half really helps us.
It's a little different than before. I'm not used to being the old guy. So it's been interesting just figuring out how to kind of take a leadership role.
The outstanding core of running backs and their dominance in the run game continues to fuel the Aztecs' offensive success. Senior Greg Bell ranks 3rd in the conference in total rushing attempts, 4th in rushing yards, and is tied for 6th in rushing touchdowns.
He's one of the best running backs I've ever played with. You know, the way his vision in the hole and being able to read a defense is awesome.
It starts with our O-line, our tight ends, our quarterbacks getting the receivers the ball, and us running the ball hard. So I feel like everything has helped us.
It's a powerful and physical brand of football that makes San Diego State the premier destination for offensive linemen like Zach Thomas.
It's the whole reason I came here. I love opening holes and being a part of the offense and being one of the guys that gets to try and make plays. I came here to be a run lineman.
In 737 snaps this season, Thomas has allowed just 3 sacks, 1 QB hit, and has only committed 2 penalties. The bond between this offensive line is what keeps the running backs primed to do what they do best.
Up front, I think those guys, you know, have continued to bond together. I think Zach Thomas, Kim's brother, has been a big part of that.
It's my job. It's I protect the guy with the ball. So being able to watch a guy like Greg or either of the Bells or whoever has the ball, super fun.
San Diego State is 52-2 the last 54 times it has rushed for at least 200 yards. The Aztecs surpassed 200 yards rushing in the first 5 games this season. They are 49-1 in their last 50 regular season games when rushing for 200+ yards.
We're so deep at running back. You know, every single running back can do something. Each one has their own strengths, and each one does something else for our team. You know, whether it's special teams or our offense or anything like that. You know, they help so much, and the way they're able to play helps us tremendously.
But it's the belief in each other that has been the secret to this San Diego State offense in 2021 and what has fueled their fire to compete, be physical, and play the Aztec way.
You know, you go on the sidelines, you talk to them on the bench, and you know they're always positive. They always feel that they're in the right position. I think Bellinger and our wideouts, our running backs, I think, you know, the whole cast of characters really believes in each other.
Last year, when the Aztecs and Aggies met, San Diego State scored 28 consecutive second-half points en route to a 38-7 victory in Logan. Greg Bell rushed for 157 yards, a touchdown, and had a 29-yard touchdown reception in the victory. In San Diego with the Aztecs, I'm Bridget Howard for the Mountain West Network.